guys, it's Kim. Um, Today's class will be a little bit gentler. You'll probably want a pile of pillows, maybe a blanket. We'll do some restorative yin type poses at the end. We'll have some breath work incorporated in as well, and there will be a flow, but it'll just be sort of simple and pretty approachable. And if you've got a block, another thing to have around, but go ahead and grab what you have to pile under yourself, and we'll start on our mats. So I'm going to start seated today, and I'm going to sit on a pillow because we'll do just a little bit of breath work. I've got a blanket because we're going to be still at first, so if we get nice and comfy, you could be on your back as well, just whatever is most comfortable. Start to get settled. Go ahead and bring one hand to the heart space and one to the belly. So once you have the physical body settled in, start to notice the breath. And feel how the breath connects to your hands. So become aware of any movement in and around the chest and in and around the belly. Next, inhale. First, let the belly fill and expand. And then the heart expand. And then exhale in reverse. Let the heart drop. And let the belly drop. Once again, like that, inhale, let the belly expand. And the heart. And then let the heart sink. And let the belly sink. Let's try it the opposite way. Inhale, let the heart expand. And the belly. And then let the heart drop. The belly drop. And the heart. Inhale, let the heart expand. And the belly. And then exhale, let the belly sink. And the heart sink. Pause. Notice if you preferred one, so filling the belly first or filling the heart first. There's not a right or wrong. Simply choose one for this moment. We'll do a double inhale and a double exhale. So it'll breathe in, and then out, out. And as you do so, just sort of really be aware of that connection of whichever area you're filling first and second, and whichever area you're releasing first and second. So let's just take one more breath together. Inhale. Exhale. In, out, out, 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 in, out, out. Let the breath return to normal. Release the hands. So if you're seated into the lap, if you're on your back, maybe they go to the sides. And just start to bring some little movements in. So again, seated, you can move the head, the neck slightly. If you're on your back, you may pluck up the legs. Begin to roll a bit on the spine. We'll make our way up onto our knees. So if you're on your backs, go ahead and roll up to a seat. If you're on your sit bones, let the eyes flutter open. Doesn't matter which way you're facing, we'll get ourselves oriented in a bit. Go ahead and just come to standing up on the knees here. A little bit of a press forward of the hip bones, a lift up of the low belly and the pelvic floor. Bring the left hand to the right ribs. We're just going to try and pin them in there. Inhale the right arm up with the palm facing center, the thumb facing behind you. Now leave the ribs where they are. Turn the thumb to face forward. Circle the arm back behind you. It's okay if it goes wide. Keep the ribs pinned. When it gets to the bottom, thumb will be forward again. You'll circle up. At the top, thumb forward, circle down, back, around, and then forward and up. Fast or slow as you want. Thumb faces forward at the top, circle down, back, and around. And then circle back up. Last one. Thumb forward, circle down, back, and around. And then circle forward and up. Let's take a lateral bend up and over to the left. Go ahead and bend the right elbow. Bring the hand to the base of the head roughly. And we'll sort of close this down. So look down to the left. Bring the elbow in. Round your way down. Breathe into the back of the heart. Hold on the exhale. Inhale into the back of the heart. And then hold on the exhale. And then open it up. Peel the elbow, peel the heart open up to the right. Maybe the hand comes away from the head and you cactus the arms. Little press of the hips forward. Just take one breath here. And then come back to center. Sit back on the heels. Tent the left fingers off to the side. Right arm up. Another little lateral bend. Up and over. Just on the sit bones. Grounding down. Gathering in the belly. Breathing fully into the side body. Lifting your way back up to center. Lift back up onto the knees. Lift the left arm up. So gathering through the base. Left palm faces middle. The thumb to start faces behind you. Use the right hand to anchor the left ribs because we're trying to move from the shoulder. From here, flip the left thumb to face forward. Circle back and down. It's okay to go wide. At the bottom, you'll find the thumb naturally faces forward. Circle the arm back up. At the top, flip so the thumb is forward again. Circle back and around. Circle up. At the top, flip the thumb forward. Circle back and around. The bottom, circle up. Again, at the top, flip the thumb forward. Circle back and around. And then circle all the way up. Lateral bend up and over to the right. Bend the left elbow, hands roughly at the base of the head. Think sort of spinal flexion, rounding down, creating space in the back. So bring the left elbow in, look down to the right. Inhale into the back body. Full exhale. Inhale into the back of the heart. Exhale. Next, inhale, lift it, open it up. So peel the elbow, peel the heart. You can bring the hand away from the head and cactus. Press the hips a little, just open. And come back to center. Sit back on the heels. Sprinkle the fingers over to the right. Up and over, another little lateral bend. Anchor through the sit bones, maybe explore the spinal position. And then lift your way back up to center. Turn to face the top of your mat, whatever you're going to define as the top of your mat today. We'll still be on our knees though. Go ahead and lift yourself up to standing on the knees. Step the right foot forward here. So we're in this little low lunge. We'll just move through the left arm and we'll bring like a little twist into it. So the other way, circle the left hand down and back, and then when it circles up, now as we circle forward, we'll bow the left hand down, fingertips down, and then circle the right arm back and up. Little twist over to the right. Circle the right hand down to the floor. Lift the torso up, circle the left arm back up. As you come forward, it comes to the ground. Now the right arm goes little windmill action. Lift it up and then circle it down once more. Lift the torso up. If you get a little lost, really don't worry about it. Left arm goes back and up. As it comes forward, hinge down, fingers on the floor. Right arm goes back, up, little twist, and then around. Both fingertips on the floor. And just extend and bend this right knee a little bit. Nothing too serious, nothing too intense. Next time you bend the right knee, round the spine, tuck the chin, bow the head, bow the brain. We'll roll up, so ground into the earth as we roll up. Little press of the left hip point forward at the top. Bring the hands, stack them, bring them to the heart center. And first, just move them really slightly, just like you're moving the fabric of your shirt or your sports bra around. And then stick them just a little bit more so you're on the skin, through the fabric. Moving just the skin around. And then try to get just to the layer below that. So there's this little pressure, but it's nothing too crazy. We're just anchoring to that fascial layer right below the skin. Just sort of feeling that move. And then let the hands, anchored only to those top couple layers, let them just sort of gently weigh down. So it's not a pull, it's just like they become this weight. Lengthen up through the crown of the head. Little tuck of the chin here, not a deep tuck, think of it as like a neutral. And breathe into the back of the neck here. You can close the eyes or half lid the eyes. Imagine there's like this string attached from the base of the head that goes down the back of the neck, goes through sort of your shoulders and collarbones and attaches to the heart, and we're just lengthening that. Release the hands to the sides. Drop the left ear over to the left. Come up to center. Drop the right ear over to the right. Come up to center. Let the eyes flutter open. Step the right knee back to meet the left knee. Go ahead and step the left foot forward. We're just on the other side. So square your little 99 lunge, little scoop the tailbone. Right hands down by the side. Remember, we're going to windmill arms. So circle the right arm back, around, and up. And then as it comes up, as you circle forward, hinge down the torso, right fingers to the earth. Drop the left arm down, circle it back around, and as it comes up, you get this nice little twist. And then circle it forward and down, two hands down, lift the torso. Right arm goes back, around, and up. And then the whole arm and torso hinges forward. Left arm goes back, around, little twist as we go up, and then it comes back, two hands on the earth. Last time, lift the torso. Right arm goes back, around, and up. And then we hinge from the waist forward. Left arm goes back, around, and up, little twist. And then we come forward, two hands on the earth. And just extend and bend the left knee. So you can be up on the fingertips. The left knee does not need to straighten all the way. And the next time we bend the left knee, tent the fingers if you haven't. Open back a heart, tuck the chin, just bow the head, let the brain be heavy, and roll up. Bring both hands to the heart. Just to the shirt fabric, the bra fabric, whatever you've got on. Move that around. Then anchor, just little pressure to anchor to your skin. See if you can adjust that top layer of skin to move around as you gently move the hands. Press one layer deeper, just into that top layer of fascia. So the hands, that light pressure sort of sticks to the skin and the fascia, and we're able to gently move that around. Use that to just sort of sink the heart down as we lengthen through the back of the head. So that string, those little strings that are attached from the base of the skull down the spine, in through the shoulders to the heart, is getting lengthened, and we can breathe into it. Inhale, just like you're ballooning through the back. And exhale here. One more full breath. Release the hands down. Step the left knee back. Sprinkle the fingers down. Come up on the toes, little ragdoll, just wherever you end up on your mat. So you'll get the soles of the feet on the earth, lift the butt a little, and really think belly to thigh, just bowing fully. You can be utterly still, or you can take any little movements you would like here. Close your eyes and really try to go internal. So try to map out through feeling and awareness what's going on inside of your body. What's going on in the hips, in the neck, in the spine, in the belly. Round your way up to standing. Slow, slow, slow. We've gone internal, so notice each little vertebrae stack. Notice which vertebrae don't stack, which ones want to move as a unit. Bouncing. Yeah, it's that simple, bouncing. So this comes from the knees. We're trying to just get as much movement as possible so that our muscles release, but also to sort of break up through the fascia and some of the other systems in the body. So close the eyes. It feels a little bit silly, but it's also going to feel good. And just use the knees to bounce. Feet can go wider if they need. You can go both knees at once. You can kind of alternate. Go back internal. Become aware of what's moving. Feel the shoulders bounce around. The arms, the hands, the fingers. The belly, the hips, the thighs. The head. Let them just all bounce and jiggle. And then begin to slow your bouncing. Keep the eyes closed. Keep standing. With the eyes closed, just trust that you can follow the verbal cues fine. Bring all the fingertips together between the left and right hand. Thumb to thumb, pointer to pointer, middle to middle, ring to ring, pinky to pinky. Only the fingertips. Let the fingers and the palms be apart, almost like there's this ball of space or of light or of air in between the hands. And then take the thumbs to the middle of the forehead, to the third eye, and just take a breath. Become aware of the sensation of the thumbs in the middle of the forehead. Keep your awareness of that sensation and simultaneously become aware of the feet anchored into the earth. They're not like boat anchors, they're like roots. They spread down even as the third eye floats. Release the arms, let the eyes flutter open. We'll step the right foot slightly forward, so a little pyramid pose. So you can step the feet a little wide, angle the left toes in. We'll set a very basic alignment today, but we won't get overcomplicated. Little square the hips, and then just hinge down about halfway. Maybe you pull the right hip back slightly, maybe your right knee wants to bend, and then we hinge up. Hinge down, hinge up. Let's add some spinal waves. So open the heart and kind of spill down at the bottom. Round the spine, tuck the chin, and round up. Open, spill down, round up. Link the breath with it. Moving as fast or as slow as you want. The arms are welcome to get involved. Next time we come down, fingertips to the earth, maybe a little supported warrior 3. Float up the left leg, bend the right knee as much as you want, tap the top of the left toes on the earth, and then lift them up, tap them down, lift them up, tap them down, lift them up, tap them down, lift them up. Now left toes down, left knee down, right knee has to bend, lift the torso. We're back in our 90-90 lunge. If you want to adjust, you can. Inhale the left arm up, lateral bend, up and over to the right. One breath. Bend the left elbow, bring it to the back of the head. Curl in. So bring the left elbow in, look down to the right. Curl in. We've kind of been here. Breathe. Open it up. There's no right or wrong way. Just open up. Maybe that back shin even wants to move. Take a breath into the front body. Come back to neutral from here. And then we'll step the left foot up to meet the right. So that's simple. We'll tuck the left toe, step the left foot up to meet the right. Shift the weight into the right leg. We're about to balance on that foot for dancing Shiva. Bend the left knee, pluck up the left leg, externally rotate left hip over to the left. So that means the right foot's going to go a little over to the right. That shin sort of crosses in front of the right leg. And just let the arms be soft here. Little bit of stability in the core, softness in the right knee. Bring this left leg around behind the right leg. Step it wide off the mat. You're welcome to bend the right knee as much as you want. Grab the left wrist with the right hand. Lift it up and over, lateral bend over to the right. And then lift back up, step to center. Step the right foot back. We're in pyramid again on the other side. Little square the hips, find the foot spacing. Right heel's down, but that foot's a little bit angled. Hinge just about halfway down. Spread out the hips a little bit. Kind of find where you are today. And then lift up. Hinge halfway down. Lift up. Now open the heart. The arms are welcome to move. Kind of spill down. And then round the spine, tuck the chin, roll up. Open, spill down. Round, roll up. Open, spill down. Round, roll up. If you want to get the arms involved, spill down, roll up. Keep moving as fast or as slow as you want. Next time we come down, the hands come down, and we float the right leg up. You can soften the left knee, kind of square the hips roughly, tap the top of the right foot to the mat, and lift it up. Just a few of those. Tap it down, lift it up, tap it down, lift it up. Just letting the physical body know that we're working with it a little bit. Next time we tap down, the right toes will come down, and then the right knee comes down, and we'll lift the torso up to our little 90-90 lunge. Adjust anything you need. Right arm comes up, lateral bend up and over to the right. Bend the right elbow, bring it to the back of the head. Round through the upper spine, bring the right elbow in, look down to the left. Take a breath. Open it all up. Open the elbow, open the heart, adjust the hips, however you want. Take a breath. And then make your way back to center, to that little 90-90 lunge. Tuck the right toes. Just step the right foot to meet the left. Weight is in the left leg. So find the earth, anchor into it. Pluck up the right leg with the knee bent. Externally rotate for dancing Shiva so the shin crosses in front of you. And the arms just kind of become soft. They can go a little bit wide. Little bit of stability in the low belly. We're still rooting into the earth. Take this right leg, circle around, cross it behind you all the way off the mat if you want. Grab the right wrist, lift the arms overhead, go up and over to the left. Breathe into the side body. Inhale, lift back up to center. Let's do that once again with little variations. Step the left foot back, find your pyramid pose. This time, Hakini Mudra. So that's all of our little fingertips touching with that space in between. Bring the thumbs up to the third eye, and then just hinge down to hold. Bend the right knee as much as you want till the belly gets on it. You're welcome to work to square the hips, but no need to overthink it. Bow the head. Take a few breaths here. Focusing on the same two things we did standing. The thumbs at the third eye, feel that. And the anchoring, the rooting down of the feet. Sense that the torso is light, the head is light. Float it up roughly parallel to the earth. Little baby warrior 3. You can shift the weight around until you get that left leg up just a little bit. Release the hands down, little low lunge, left toes down, left knee down. Lift your way up, lateral bend, up and over to the right. This time a little twist. Lift up to center. Left hand down, sprinkle down, circle the right arm back and then up, little twist. Circle it forward and down, dancing Shiva. Pluck up this whole back leg. Bring the left shin in front of you, externally rotate. And this time, anchor into the right foot. Little stability in the core. Go ahead and open the heart up. Retract shoulders like you're just sort of shining. Bring that left leg behind the right leg. Lateral bend. Grab hold of the left wrist. You can bend the right knee as much as you want. Imagine the whole left side body expanding. Lift back up to center. So we're standing. Step the right foot behind us, pyramid stance, set up. Hakini Mudra, all the fingertips come together. So we're connecting both of our sides, both of our halves, and then we'll bring the thumb to the third eye. Bring both of our halves up to our source of wisdom as we hinge down. Bend the left knee as much as we need to get the belly on the thigh. And then bow the head, spill the brain. Become aware both of the thumbs on the forehead and of the feet anchoring, rooting down into the earth. Imagine the torso and the head growing light. Let them begin to float into this baby's warrior 3, so they float roughly halfway. That left knee is welcome to stay bent. Even if the right foot barely lifts, you can even leave the toes on the earth. It really doesn't matter. Right toes down, hands down, right knee down. Lift the torso up for that little low lunge. Right arm up and over, lateral bend to the left. Lift your way back up to center. Circle the right arm forward down to the ground, and then the left arm circles around and up. Back and up. That little twist again. Circle the left arm forward and down, tuck the right toes. Dancing Shiva, pluck up the knee, lift this right leg externally, rotate the hip. Anchor, root into the left foot. Little engagement in the core so that we can open the heart. Like the ribs are just sort of shining open, the opposite of what we normally do. Circle this right leg around behind the left leg, step it off to the side. Get a hold of the right wrist, go lateral. Let the right side body expand. Let yourself move as much as you need. And then lift your way back up to center. And let's find our way back down to a seat. So coming onto the knees. I'll use a block here, and I'll have a pillow nearby. And of course, any sort of props will work, and you don't have to have one. But I'm going to set this up in sort of a traditional Virasana manner. So the block between the heels, and if you don't have one, it's okay. Books or even a pillow at this point will work. And we'll sit back on the block. And you're welcome to start on low. You're welcome to start on high. But what might be nice is starting on medium. So we sit back and we're a little bit higher than we would normally sort of expect to be here. We'll do just a little bit of work here. So when we're seated, do bring the knees together, right? And those inner ankle bones touch your prop or your pillow or even your rolled up blanket. Imagine that string from the base of the skull coming down the spine. You can close your eyes to imagine it. Down through the cervical spine, starting into the thoracic spine. And then it sort of crosses through you and connects to the heart, to the front ribs. You can open your eyes for this if you like. Bring your pointer and middle fingers up to your collarbone here. This is sort of some funny little work. We'll just do one round. So if you go right below the collarbone, there's a little space, and then you'll sort of find the first rib. Go just below the first rib till you get into that space. Set the pointer finger down. Middle finger finds the second rib. Take the middle finger underneath of the second rib. So we're in the first rib space and the second rib space. You've got two spaces for two fingers. Same sort of thing. We're anchoring gently, simply to the skin and kind of that first layer of fascia. So gentle pressure down and then laterally away. So I have my right hand on my left rib, in towards the sternum, but on my left ribs. So I'm going to press gently back and over to the left. And begin to sense that your ribs are actually pushing away from you. And as they do, they're a half circle. So they start to sort of circle around and come in at the back body. That rib comes in towards the spine. Bring the gaze over to the right and then gently tilt the head up. So if we had that string from the base of the head and it came around to the back of the heart and through to the heart, we've actually created slack there. Take a breath. Now gently begin to level the chin and imagine you're making that string a little bit taut. And imagine you found a little bit of tension. You may actually feel it. Take a breath. Begin to bring the chin slightly towards the midline, just a little bit, maybe halfway, a third of the way. Pause again. Take a breath. And then bring the chin gently all the way over past center, slightly to the left. Tuck it and take a final breath here. Release, come to center, eyes open or closed. Take one breath. Let the eyes flutter open. Move the head slightly. So look side to side, tip the ears side to side. This is pretty subtle work. Take the left hand to the right collarbone. Underneath of it, there's a little space, and then you'll find the first rib. Go just underneath of the first rib to find the first rib space. The index finger goes in there. Middle finger finds the second rib. Go just under that into the second rib space. So we've got 2 fingers and 2 little spaces. Gentle pressure back just to connect to the skin and just that first little layer below it. And then slide over towards the side. So I've got my hands on the right ribs. I'll press gently to the right so that I circle those ribs around and they come in towards the back. Gaze over to the left and just gently lift the chin up. You can close or half lid the eyes and take a breath here. Knowing that we've created slack in that line from the base of the skull to the back of the heart to the front of the heart. Level out the chin. Imagine we're creating a little tension by raising the back of the head. And bring it just slightly towards the midline and pause and take a breath. And then bring the chin slightly more towards the midline, not all the way. Pause and take a breath. And then bring the chin past the midline over towards the side your hand is on and tilt the chin a bit. Last breath. And release that, come back to center, pause. And let the eyes flutter open. Take whatever you're seated on, one step lower. So if you're on a block, take it a step lower. If you're on a block and you want to move down to a cushion or a blanket roll, do that. And if you're already on a cushion or blanket roll and you want to go down to the floor, do that, but make sure the sit bones are still grounded. Find your space here. And then we'll do a little bit of alternate nostril breathing. We're going to take then 2 restorative poses, and we'll begin to ramp up from there. So find your seat, let yourself float here. Let's take the right hand, the ring finger and the pinky finger to the left nostril. The right thumb's going to come to the right nostril. Now the pointer and middle finger have 2 options. They can tuck into the hand or they can come to the third eye. Really whatever is most comfortable. I'll use a 4 count. We'll go in, hold, out, hold. So the way we'll do this is in left, hold, out right, hold. In right, hold, out left, hold. You can go faster or slower. So go ahead and bring pinky and ring finger to left nostril, thumb to right nostril. Figure out where you want the other 2 fingers. Close your eyes, just take a full breath. Inhale. Exhale. Close the right nostril, inhale left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out right, 4, 3, 2, 1. In right, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out left, 4, 3, 2, 1. We forgot a hold, we'll add it in this time. In left, 4. Hold, 4. Out right, 4. Hold, 4. In right, 4. Hold, 4. Out left, 4. Hold, 4. In left, 4. Hold, 4. Out right, 4. hold 4, in right 4, hold 4, out left 4, hold 4, in left 4, hold 4, out right 4, hold 4, in right 4, hold 4, out left 4, hold 4, in left 4, hold 4, out right 4, hold 4, in right 4, hold 4, out left 4, hold 4, breathe, release the hand, let the nostrils feel open, let the eyes flutter open. Now I know we've been on the knees for a while. We're gonna recline. If you need to open them up for a moment first, that's okay. Try moving whatever you're sitting on out of the way. And you've got 2 options here as well. You can either, if you sit all the way down between the feet, great. If that's a struggle, put something underneath of you. You can use a pillow, but do keep the knees together. Now, if all of this doesn't feel great, go ahead and sit on top of the feet. This is going to bring a truer hinge in the knees. And as we go back, this is yin style. If we're seated on the feet directly, then the knees can lift. Now, if we have the feet a little wide and we're seated on something else, the knees stayed anchored. This is for any health. So, take your pile of things. I'm going to have several pillows here, and I will actually be bringing my block in as a prop. Remember, we haven't done a lot of the physical work to prepare for this. We're using this much more as internal work. I will be sitting on my feet, so you may see my knees lift. However you've gotten, begin to walk back. Kind of pick up the tailbone, scoot the tailbone a little bit longer. You should immediately feel a little bit of length. And then just settle back down, start to walk back. You can see how my knees just lifted. That's okay if you're on the feet. Now, if the feet are a little wide, you will not want them to lift because there's a small twist in your knees at that point. Get yourself settled. And imagine the knees anchoring down, the shins anchoring down, no matter what's actually happening. Just kind of imagine them anchor down. And then maybe you bring the hands to the fronts of the hip points. Just kind of create a little bit of grounding for yourself there. Close the eyes. And begin to breathe into the belly. The hands want to move around, give yourself a little self-massage, or if they want to drop off to the sides, that's fine. Begin to breathe into the heart. If you're physically uncomfortable, change something. Get comfortable, feel safe. You can grab extra couch cushions. Begin to breathe both into the belly and the heart, in any order or simultaneously. just be here with the breath. With each exhale, maybe releasing the tiniest bit more. If you want to stay here longer, please feel free to do so. I'll begin to move us on. So when you're ready to come out of this, I am convinced there is no graceful way. There's just a finagling way. Start to lift up slightly. I like to come onto one forearm and then sort of the opposite hand and the opposite hand, and you kind of peel yourself up. And then as we come forward, move slowly. We've truly been on the knees for quite a while. So as you lift the sit bones up, get some weight in the hands, and then begin to unfurl. You can extend the legs just kind of one at a time. Open through the knee pits. And then lift up to standing on the knees. Let's just take a small twist to relieve this. We'll go forward and then we'll close out. So step the right foot forward, a little 90-90 lunge. Left elbow outside of the thigh. Hands to prayer level the hips, and just wring out the spine. Find a little twist. Unfurl, and we'll switch sides. So the right shin comes down, the left foot forward, right elbow to the outside of the thigh, hands at prayer level, the hips, find a little twist. Unfurl. Let's find our way onto our tush. You are welcome to sit on a pillow or straight on the floor. We'll find diamond pose, which I like to, I tend to cue quite a bit. If you'd like a different passive forward fold, that's okay. But I'm going to bring soles of the feet together and the knees wide. You can bring things under the knees, especially if you've got a pile of things around you. And you can also bring things onto the feet, because we really, again, want to feel safe and supported. From here, just lengthen up for a moment. Start to spill forward, and then really round. Bring the forehead in contact with something, so you can stack things on top of the feet to then support the forehead. And if you're pretty high up, you can stack a lot of things, including your hands. A foam roller, actually, vertically can help. You can put the bottom on the feet and the top on the forehead. Doesn't matter. When you've gotten set up, just let the arms flop somewhere. And this time, breathe into the back of the heart. Let the back ribs expand. See if on the exhales, the shoulders can release a little bit. And then breathe into the back of the belly. So that is, in fact, the lower back. Let the exhales be very long, very complete. Let the inhales balloon and create space. Now, if this place feels safe, comfortable, let yourself melt into that sensation. If it feels like a struggle to be here, if it feels like the mind is racing, if you're getting antsy,
acknowledge to yourself that that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But encourage yourself to acknowledge what's happening and then gently return to the breath over and over. Again, if you want to stay here longer, please feel welcome to. And if you're ready, very gently round your way up out of this, starting with the torso. When you've gotten to the top, grab hold of the knees to gather them in. We'll finish out class today with a brief seated meditation. If you would like to do your meditation on your back, that is always a completely wonderful place to be. So wherever you're choosing, get yourself set up to be very comfortable. Whatever pillows, blankets, animals, a cat in your lap is like maybe the best meditation prop. Get yourself settled. Let the hands just choose their own spot. Trust them, let them be somewhere. Let the eyes close. Become aware of the breath on the nostrils. Let the nostrils feel open. Let the whole pathway for breath into and out of your body feel clear. Gently bring your awareness to the low belly and the low back all together. Imagine a glowing sphere of a sort of red, orange, yellow sun type color. Let this glowing sphere of warm red-orange light not only anchor you, but make you feel warm, safe, alive, provided for. Keep that sphere, that sun sphere down in your base, and while it stays there, bring your awareness to your heart space, both the front and the back. Imagine a sphere of green glowing light there. However you want to imagine it. Mossy, earthy, smooth, and shiny. Whatever it is, let it balloon and radiate through your whole rib cage. Bring your awareness up to your third eye as well as the back base of your skull, so it's sort of the whole crown of your head here. Let it feel light, like it's floating. And our sphere of glowing light here is this like purpley violet. Let it fill your brain and radiate your head. Picture all three of these together. Your purple light sphere floating in your brain space, your green sphere floating in your heart space, and your warm sun sphere floating down in your belly, your digestive space. Let yourself feel complete and content here. Just watching these spheres of energy and then begin to gently pull the awareness out of your internal body. Maybe we notice the breath on the nostrils. Notice the sensation of the skin, the air on the skin, your clothes on your skin. Still keeping the eyes closed, begin to become more aware of your surroundings, of where you are in this physical plane. If you're seated, bring your hands to prayer at your chest. Maybe bow your head as a sign of respect to yourself. And the light, the glowing spheres within me bow and honor those in you. It's always an honor. Peace for the body, peace for the mind, and peace for the spirit.